Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us. Now, the search for church members swept away by the Jukskei River on Saturday resumes this morning. 14 people have now been confirmed dead. They were taking part in a baptism ceremony when they were caught by flash floods. eNCA's Manqoba Mchunu is following developments and joins us with the latest. Good morning, Manqoba. What a tragic incident this one is. We understand that the search and rescue mission continues this morning. What do we know?
Well, that's correct, Mfundo. We do understand that search and recovery teams will be continuing with their search this morning. Of course, we are at the scene where this particular incident occurred. We understand that it happened on Saturday evening. And what we do know so far, Mfundo, according to what we've heard from search and recovery teams, is that these congregants were right here on this particular stretch of the river where they've been holding a baptism ceremony on. That's when they were hit by a flash flood that had swept away some of those congregants. And I can tell you, Mfundo, that just been here on the scene, the remnants of that ritual that took place here are still quite evident. I'm going to ask my colleague Mto just to give you a sense of what the surroundings here look like. You can clearly see, Mfundo, here that there's still wax from the candles that had been burning here as part of the ritual, the prayer that had been going on here during that baptism ceremony. But also we're seeing pieces of clothing, Mfundo. We're seeing shoes, slippers that are here. That just gives you a sense that there were people that had congregated here on that particular day. Of course, search and rescue operations are continuing this morning. We are told that they are going to be looking at the Jukskei River, at the other parts of the Jukskei River where they have not been able to reach. But what we do know so far, Mfundo, is that 14 congregants have been found by search and recovery. They all have been confirmed dead as a result of this incident. But however, the EMS at this particular point, Mfundo, not ruling out the possibility that there could be more congregants that were washed away during this flood. It was presumed that there were 15 of them, but according to what we're hearing from the Johannesburg Emergency Services, they're saying, Mfundo, that this number might actually increase. They have been speaking to some of the families, the distraught families that have been here. Some of them have even been here at the banks of this river where they were trying to find their loved ones. But we do understand that, yesterday some of them managed to identify their loved ones, but there's still those that have not found their relatives as of yet. So the number, Mfundo, EMS saying that it could go up, but it is raining at the moment, Mfundo, and we don't know how that will affect the search and rescue operations that are going to take place. But I can tell you that we have seen search and rescue vehicles. We've seen the K9 unit joining in the search, as well as police helicopters that have also been hovering around here, as well as the Sandton fire station, where we know that the EMS are being dispatched from that particular point. The search and recovery teams have been dispatched from that point. But in terms of how it will pan out, in terms of the program, we're yet to find out, Mfundo, how exactly they plan to do this, given the fact that now it's raining. We don't know whether that will actually have any impact on the search and recovery efforts that are going to be taking place today. But I can tell you that the families are still quite distraught. We do know that this is a church that was in Alexandra, and that some of the congregants has come as far as from Mahikeng. In fact, I think my colleague Aviu Mtila yesterday spoke to a family from Mahikeng who did indicate, Mfundo, that they were looking for their loved ones. So it is a church that is operating here. We understand that the pastor or the bishop of that particular church survived this particular incident. So he's working closely with the EMS to try and perhaps locate and to give more information as to exactly how many of those congregants were affected and how many of them had actually been swept away. So we're still going to hear on the future of those search and recovery efforts that are going to take place here today.
Honestly, very heartbreaking, Manqoba. We'll leave it there for now.